Hello everyone, welcome to another great modern stream here in Towards MTG. Today we will keep improving the Sultai Living End list. We saw it played last week, and now I'm made some changes to the list to try and see how good they are. So firstly, I cut one Street Wraith at the 2 Curators to add 2 Troll of Katsatum to get black mana, and 1 Disciple of Realize. In this case, this was a coaching client who told me about the card. I saw it in list, but never came to the conclusion that it's quite good if you mill it with Overlord. You can get it as a land, but it's also great when you get it to the graveyard, you put it into play, and then you can eat a creature to gain the life. That's a lot of life that you can get by drawing some cards. This is like when this creature enters, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you gain X life and you draw X card equals to the power. So if you sacrifice an end, you draw 5 cards and gain 5 life, which probably is winning you the game. So this card can be searched by Speaker and this card with Withfulness. So that's what we are testing today. Also a second Watery Grave that's already there since last stream. And for the rest, I think it's quite stock. And let's go. If you enjoy my content, hit like and subscribe. We are playing here round 1 against Takato Yoichi. So we have a not great hand, and I'm missing a second blue land. That's the main issue about this hand. So I should mulligan this. This is just, I don't want to trap myself. Okay, this will be a good hand with 1 land. Seems like we start with a mulligan on 5. Okay, this hand, sadly, we don't have enough mana for everything, but this does what we should want to do. My opponent is also on their mulligan to 6. I guess Hedge Maze, because I have more under CTC Wars. Endurance goes to the graveyard. Not a card I need now, but a card I could deal with in the future. Hedge Maze, Misty Rainforest to the graveyard. I would like to draw an untapped land now. I should have played Seawards here by playing the wrong land. It's still fine, but I should have played under CTC Wars first. There's a high chance we're playing a mirror or against the banned list. But yeah, playing those lands was wrong, because if I would have drawn into Boss Aegis, Sink into Stupor, Island or Forest, this is what happened then. Yeah, good. Punish. Okay, that's banned Ritual. Oh no, that's Gorgios. Allosaurus Rider. Because my opponent has a Pact. They have a Pact, I'm probably dead. But if they don't have a Pact... So 2 cards. Oh, we win the game. They could have still a Consign. But I don't know if they play Island. Does Neoform play Island? Neobrand. I know, but they play Breeding Pool, so... Yeah, they play Breeding Pool, so... I was speaking nonsense. I don't know if I want to bring back to get a Shardless. The problem is about getting a Shardless is this brings Allosaurus back. I'm gonna bring a Shardless regardless. But okay, now they will need to consign the pact. They pass priority and they die. So easy peasy, Force of Negation. This matchup tends to be good, but they have Vexing Bubbles in the sideboard, which doesn't tend to be good. They have still a lot of things. I'm gonna cut Living Ends or Betrayals. Endurances can go. 70 Force of Negation, Formidable Speaker. Wistfulness is still nice. Or if Formidable Speaker is not that needed. It stops you out. Maybe our Lord is the weakest card. It's slow and we're not gonna play a grindy matchup. Okay, Formidable Speaker stays. We have Ashiox, we have Dispute, we have Betrayals. Subtlety. I have to be worried about Hexing Bubble. Vexing Bubble. Vexing Bubble will be a fusion of Vexing Squelcher and Hexing Bubble. In Squelcher, what a card. What a card. Hexing. Subtlety, Ashiok. So I'm gonna keep this. I have double Subtlety and Ashiok. You tend to have to fight against all the consigns and that kind of cards. Land will be great. Land Cycler will be great. Land is fine. Here I get blue, black, green. Or blue-black. Green-black, I guess. Put the card on top. I'm not very comfortable playing only 4 cards, but I prefer the banned version with other than play a Withfulness instead of Waker of Voice. That's a decision. You have better and worse matchup. For example, the banned version beats the Grand Mortuary. The banned version beats Boros better. This also beats Boros most of the time. But this beats every control deck, while the Deceit... I'm gonna put the seat into the graveyard. Don't have double black. While this beats all the control decks so easy. What's my opponent doing on draw step? What are they waiting for? I'm gonna play this and shock me. This represents Dispute. Maybe a Trial's not that great against this matchup. They have four Veil of Summer. Maybe it's better to keep all the living ends in. That could be an option. They're gonna play Planar Nexus. Yeah. And they got a land into play. They're getting a land instead of a defensive spell is good for me. They pass without making a land drop. Cast Deceit. I need a land. I'm gonna discard Formidable Speaker. They already have Shardless and stuff. So here, I'm gonna start with Deceit for black mana and see what happens. Okay, what are they doing? They put a counter. Okay, yeah. They counter this, which I'm completely 5 cards. Plant Genesis to the graveyard. Probably next turn I'm casting Ashiok. Ashiok gets casted. See what this happens. They got Pact. They did not dispute my Deceit. They did not Veil of Summer my Deceit. They fetch and response. Yeah. That's the least they will do. And Pact of Negation. Then they are gonna probably consign their trigger. Maybe pay. Just a wall they pay. And we throw in a Shardless. They have another land. They need to have another Pact. Oof, close. Shardless puts into the stack. The Trial you. This is another Pact. And opponent concedes. So yeah. We got there. Usually it tends to be a good matchup. Vexing Babel is the card that turns the corner, but for the rest, also negation, subtleties, disputes, discard has to be a good place to be. Round 2 against Dana. We have a close hand that I'm gonna keep. I keep this. We have subtleties, we have one land, and then we can search for green-black. Imagine this list with Grief. Probably it will be a lot different. Here it says my opponent is playing Eldrazi Tron. Okay, this is Eldrazi Ramp. Eldrazi Tron is a close matchup. Eldrazi Ramp is even closer. The Eldrazi decks are not a great matchup. Chrysalis. Gonna let this resolve. This is a fast clock, but I guess it is what it is. Blue-green, so that I can cast Wistfulness. Blue-green, double T. So I'm just gonna go. Wistfulness is gonna go. We are not in the worst spot. I'm worried about Sowing Mycospawn, not about anything else. Rumble. That's the best card they can mostly get. With this, they could get a Sowing Mycospawn and exile my graveyard, and that's not something we want that it happens now. I cannot stop Sowing Mycospawn with subtleties, so just put Shardless into the stack and Living End. No targets, no nothing. Chrysalis grows. The Chrysalis in the graveyard grows. So we have 16 power, which is one short. Maybe I should have Evoke Endurance, but the subtlety I can deal with my opponent's cards. Trials. I do want to cut. Endurance stops. Force of Negation is medium. Subtlety is nice. I'm gonna cut Force of Negations. I don't have to cut more cards. Oh, I cut the Living Ends already. I'm gonna keep 3 Endurances. Okay, that's gonna be it. I'm still not sold on Force of Vigor. I don't know if that's the best card I can play. Game 2. We have a fast Shardless, which is what you want in this matchup. They tend to go for PS Pro. They tend to go for Hate and Bojuka very fast. So here I'm getting green-black. That means Overgrown Tomb with Ents. So I put Deceit on the stack and see what happens. Let's see if my opponent's boarded out their Hate. This Talisman, Rumble, yeah, Rumblino. So we make a spawn, Cosiris Command, Labyrinth. They could get Labyrinth. They can also get So we make a spawn. The good thing here is Deceit is great. Deceit is gonna get their best card they have. We could also use Deceit as a bouncer. So they took Sowing Mycospawn. Say they solve this, but this doesn't seem solved. Let's see if this stays like this. Size Overlord, not a card we need in this situation. And in this case, Deceit is so good at taking Cosiris Command or whatever they could have. Black spend. We take Sowing Mycospawn. They play Labyrinth without imprinting. And now they are keeping Cosiris Command up. That's not gonna be enough. I think it was Stupor, great card to draw. A card for the future, but still a card. This matchup, I think it's a bit better with the banned version because you aggressively betrayal them faster, but yeah, it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What big creatures? Emrakul, Seer, Magus of the Moon. So I could take Emrakul, that they are probably Seer gets. They have 6 card types, so I'm gonna take Emrakul, which is worst case scenario. This is protection from instant. Still bounce it with whatever. Emrakul comes in, and they have a big Cosiris Command that's for 5. So Cosiris Command for 5 tokens. So they have Magus of the Moon. Yeah, we can deal with Magus. I didn't look at what hate they have. If we get to play a 3rd game, I'm gonna check the VOD to see what card they had. They put 1 on top, 4 on bottom. 4, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, they have Emrakul mana. You have to keep all the endurances. Formidable Speaker. Okay, they discard a land and still have Emrakul mana up. They're playing the Emrakul game. The good thing here is they will have to trade and they will have lost a lot of tension. They kept the Survey land. The Survey land. The last counter's hand is Cavern of Souls. So what does my opponent want to do to control me? They can play Subtlety. Matchup is always very, very hard. I think this is one of the hardest matchups this deck has. Eldrazi Tron is easier because they don't have so many Mycospawn or the big Emrakul. They just have Karn and you can deal with Force of Negation. Here in this matchup, Force of Negation is not great, Subtlety is not great, while against Eldrazi Tron, both cards are pretty decent. So you'll have to trade. Then maybe play Shardless Agent into the Void. Make me take 3, Subtlety something. I don't know. They have a ton of options. Overlord. Overlord is probably the weakest card they could play. After some time after changing to English, I think it's positive. Okay, they exile my Shardless. I think it's a positive thing. I've been liking it. Overlord. Overlord is a creature on the stack when you cast it with Soporific Springs. Like 3. So my opponent has 3 Trinisphere, 2 Ugin, Causeless Command, Soulless Jailer, Magus. So 3 Trinisphere are their main artifact hates. They only attack with this. Hey, that's at least dangerous. Trial for the field. I'm gonna play this land tapped. Go. Here we just trade for the Emrakul. They put the card on the bottom with the Surveil. So they have Cavern of Souls in hand. They can untap their triple green, double green. They can attack with Disciple, attack with this. And then I die on the backswing. The seat will be very fun. I could bounce the Emrakul and discard it. Not play the Cavern last turn. They play the Cavern, so we have no information. 1 for Eldrazi creature spells, 5 for Eldrazi creature spells. So what's this? Oh, in Mycospawn? Tire. Okay, yeah, sure. Overlord. Cast Overlord. Get the seed back. I'm gonna play the land now, so go. They want to attack. I can trade a free attack from Sire. Trade the Emrakuls. They played another Sire. Sphere, sure. So that means they can attack with both. I can jump 1. Okay, this. I don't think this is 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Oh, this has Menace, so I have to double block there. Oh, Menace. I should have played the Charlotte. Okay, I died. Okay, I should have blocked I should have played the Shardless Agent to be able to double block everything. Yeah, I forgot about the Menace. That's my own fault. Maybe Ashok is fine. They have so many formidable speakers. Probably off better with some subtleties against the Magus of the Moon. I forgot about the Menace. That's my own fault. Thanks. Labus Capower for the play. This hand. I'm gonna keep this. This hand plays a turn to Balmorg. Does my opponent took out all the big creatures? Did they not? Yeah, this matchup is never easy. I have the Basic Island and I have a way to search for the forest. I want to put this into the graveyard because I saw they have, now they know what I'm about. Maybe they didn't bought out all the creatures. We will never know. Probably have to cycle before Balmorg because of maybe missing there. I want to at least get 1 card back. Trouble is not bad. I'm gonna cycle Verdant Catacombs. So that means green. I can get black here. Means I have all the mana in my deck ready. Okay, with Evoke, Magus, Utopia's Proud. Do I care about Magus? To say the truth, I have all the mana. I'm gonna take Utopia's Prowl. And if they want to play Magus and lose their lands and stuff, I'm so fine with it. They have Bojuka, which is troublesome. Bojuka does nothing, thanks to Magus. I guess thank you, opponent. Bojuka untapped, yeah? That was sad. I think I can take a turn off to make my living end much bigger. Endurance, Wistfulness, Deceit. So I guess Deceit is the best one. I can take Deceit and then take whatever they have in hand. Basics. Here we go. Counter down. Would have been bad if I hit the basic forest. Maybe I needed to take care of that. We don't have double colorless. So forest, here we go. Not too shabby. Atlas. Would love to living end. And I'm gonna endurance myself. I'm gonna endurance them. A lot of power, no graveyards. If they have Sire mana, I can subtlety it. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that if they draw a temple, I'm gonna subtlety. I need a temple or another labyrinth. Here comes Sire, and here comes subtlety for the That's more than 19. Got there. I was struggling on how to sideboard against this deck. I keep one more. All the Endurance is fine. Then what to cut? Force of Negation can be good. If they are just on 3 Trinisphere as hate, I will just cut Force of Negation every day of my life. But if they are on more Floppy Sanchez, play a lot against this person, and they tend to play Boros Energy. So we are on the play. I'm gonna keep this. And play Hedge Maze. Expect that or Balemork gets Endurance. Endurance goes to the graveyard. We will have to hit a shardless. That also a blue card is not terrific because of Bloodstained Admire. This is not Boros Energy. Or at least Boros Energy tends to play all ERC. Okay, what's this? Is it Prowess? Maybe. Is it Prowess is always I haven't played against Is it Prowess that much. While being a bad deck, the deck was very popular in the pre-ERC era. For no special reason, just it was easy. But the deck is not very good in Modern. Like, data does not hold on how good or bad the deck is. Average under 50% win rate deck. Wistfulness, Endurance. So I'm gonna get Endurance here. So getting a blue card would have not been bad. But against a DRC, I think Endurance is a nice choice. I probably don't have Cutter because I played all the Vexing Bubble, the Mirror's Bubbles, so maybe, I don't know. 50, yeah. No instant on sorceries. They bolt me, they lava dart me. I will force off negation that lava dart for sure. But let's see if I guess I'm gonna bite the bullet on eat the graveyard. This takes me off some damage for later. Wistfulness. It's better to cast. It's better to cast Overlord. Wistfulness is a nice blue card for force. So Shardless, please. Endurance, Formidable Speaker. Speaker is nice. And I'm at 15. I'm not 100% sure I will get there. Depends a lot on things. Okay, that's gonna get forced. That triggers Resolve. It's a ton of damage. Stacking up. Land. We're gonna cast. They have a creature in the grid. Okay, they have no more spells. So maybe more 2-drops or... Okay, that's good for us. Speaker can block this turn pretty freely. Endurance. Speaker discards Living End. This gets Godless Agent. And I pass. There's a crazy case where I have to Endurance them. Oh, that's not happening this turn. They're surgical in my Living End. Main deck. So... either could Endurance myself, or I can try to win a fair game with the 2 Overlords. The problem is, if I Endurance myself and play a Shardless Agent, I'm winning this game. I think it's easy to win just by killing them with Overlords. I'm gonna let them resolve this. I think the Overlords gives us a plan B. Is there a card in Modern that you will ban? I will ban Amulet of Vigor. Well, if I was the person in charge. And some cards about probably Guide of Souls and probably Arena of Glory or Flage. Attack with everything. So this is... they can cast an instant. So I'm gonna short block here. So they can bolt. Yeah, this doesn't die. Violent Urge. Is this? So they don't have threshold for now and gains first strike. So if they don't hit Delirium, this doesn't have Delirium. So this is just +1/+0. I do not care. 4 damage coming in. 4 damage coming in. I go to 8. My speaker lives. Another Endurance. Okay, yeah. Overlord time. They know I have Shardless Agent and Endurance. That's a good thing about this deck. This deck can beat everyone. Okay, yeah, sure. 1 Endurance. Targeting them. And gets cast. Gonna pay this for Forest. And pass. The Fire End plan. Now I can start on tapping. Land. Cast more Endurances. Target them. I want to get back card from my graveyard. Overlord Sphinx. I'm gonna get Endurance back again. Endurance blocks so well. Okay, yeah. More Endurances. I'll play the land, but probably not fetch it. Another Overlord. Yeah, no Living End, no problem. All Living Ends exiled. I don't care. I'm just gonna play a game of Standard and win. Hard cast for 3. Take the counters. Value your cards like you have to value them. Read rate goes. Force of Negation, Endurance. Also bigger can be nice. Cooling Ritual is a bit of a trap card. So they see this medium. It's probably the worst card here. So this hand. 4 lands are too many. 1 land is not allowed. Probably putting back 1 subtlety. Leaving it back in Modern. I think yes. This hand is bad. I guess gonna subtlety that. This does tempo. It's a good tempo. We'll need to rip a land. Blue-green. Surveil. Blue-green. Blue-green means that I could kill a cat or something like that. Edge maze. Harvester goes. Gonna get island and just wish mercifulness for evoke. Land. Gonna discard dispute and pass. So I can start enduring them, and I can cast Formidable Speaker. So both are fine choices. Formidable Speaker is also not bad in this scenario, just because it's. Do you see Living End as strong deck with these two cards? I cannot be sure, but I think the deck is much better. That's something I'm very sure of. Breeding Pool, and I'm gonna cast Speaker, cutting the land. Atlas. Speaker is a good blocker. They probably have a ton of consigns there, but if they tap out, I can Atlas. So this cutter, do they have a consign? A bubble? A bubble, okay. And now what? Axe, block there. Take 3, go to 10. Bubble, look at me. They know I have a Shardless in hand, so they will not be sacrificing their hands. A Living End is pretty bad. So I can play Shardless, or I can play Wistfulness. I'm gonna throw a Shardless here and eat the consign. Okay. LPS? It seems like they have a surgical and they are thinking what to do with it. Bubble tea, harvester, wistfulness. So there's surgicaling. I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna endurance from my hand. And this dies. And they take their graveyard with me. So they take the wistfulness. They had another one in hand, so that's fine. Harvester is gonna kill my own. Oh no, it doesn't kill my own Shardless. Only the Shardless from the graveyard. So here I do want to eat their graveyard or my graveyard. Dispute Formidable Speaker. So probably my graveyard. They have instant and sorcery. Maybe their graveyard. I could die to a. I don't think so. I'm gonna go all in on this and take their cards. -2, -2. I don't want to die to a heat. That's a bolt on something. Bolt on endurance. We'll have a harvester. Press of iteration. And so for the about 200 people watching here, if you have an Amazon Prime sub, helps me to stream more. So Swiftspear, and then they probably kept maybe a land. Those are cards. This cannot attack. Loss of negation. I'm gonna attack with Subtlety. I can force something. This is another cutter, slick shot. I might die. Maybe I die. Lava darts. Okay. Loss of negation there. Maybe I die. Let's go to exile. Lots of attackers. Lots of blockers. Block here. Got 1, 3, 5, 7. Wait. My opponent is at 11. It's a 5-4. Actually, I'm 1 short of not blocking and killing them. So 5, 6, 7. Go to 3. 3, 1, 3. Yeah, that's not gonna. Did not end well. I'm gonna pass. Maybe last turn I should have attacked with Harvester instead of Subtlety. A bit more power into the ground. So they draw a card. Block. Play land. Pass. Okay, so going to resolve. That's for me, but this is gonna resolve. Almost everything kills me. They look at them. What do they have? A lot of consigns. They could have consigned their triggers. So trade. So any spell kills me. Yeah. This kills me on twice. They should have done it before. Would have triggered the Crystal Cutter. We're gonna be on the play. This hand is not that bad, so not great. This Living End is a bit bad there, but whatever. Wishfulness can get there. Black, green. I'm gonna shock myself. They're bubbling them, so they have to have a very disruptive defensive hand. Seems like so. Yeah, Thundering Falls. Swamp, blue-green. I want to discard that. Do I want to discard? I could discard the Living End, but then the Surgical Extraction is gonna beat me again. I don't know. I have to draw first. Now, I'm gonna discard the Harvester. Also negation, 3 big creatures. Gonna play another Wistfulness. Cycle cards. Overlord goes. Simply Swamp and pass. I have to tap out sooner or later. Or Surgical now. Something. Let's bolt me. Yeah, Lava Dart. Slick Shot show off. Gonna cast Overlord. Hope to not mill over a Living End. And get Harvester. Okay, we are on the control plan. Overlord takes down. They have to have a consign there. So, Crystal Cutter. Gonna get forced. Not a card I want to face. Hello, Rubik's. Deceit. I'm gonna wait to draw another land to deceive them. Maybe I should do it now, but I'm still gonna wait. They're putting no pressure on me, so I'm not really worried. Flick shots. I would love to put in the Subtlety with 4 mana, but this opens me to get it dispute and then getting killed. With 6 cards, I think can happen pretty easy. Surgical Subtlety. Always having the Surgical in hand. Not like this is the best thing they could get. Lord, Endurance, Chalice Agent. Troll is nice. I'm gonna pick Troll. And I don't have a basic swamp. I'll shock myself out of Watery Grave. I guess this has to happen. Overgrown Tomb. Okay, go. Bolt, go to 9. Shot. Does they have a mutagenic growth? This is gonna die. I called, in theory, Boseiju them, but I think they play 3 Steam Vents, right? I called Boseiju Steam Vents. 3 Steam Vents. That's sad. Okay, I'm gonna put a Chalice into the stack and make them have it. Consign. That was gonna happen regardless of anything. I drew a Dispute for having fun. It's another Slick Shot. Yeah, I'm gonna die so much. Violent Torch. They have 3. If they had the other Steam Vent in on board, I would have won. Yeah, Consign to Memory is a problem. I know you don't play CDH, but you may have seen something about the tournament that Notcat show is organizing. 40 players, $50 NTV, price of a top 10. 1 duel for the top word and 18 booster pack for it. Isn't that too much of a price? You're paying $50. So I don't think that's a lot. That's 2k in entry fee with 40 players. And duels, depending what duel it is, they are like 300 on average. They're blue, maybe 500. But I think that's not that much. Depends what boosters they give out and so. On my Metaframe profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. We are here for round 4 against Matthias Kiem, and they are keep to not keep. We're keeping this above average, and we have Chalice, we have Subtlety, we have Sacred Foundry. I'm gonna cycle to get some information, and then I'm gonna Subtlety with... It's just a good tempo play. Over here is blue-black, blue-green maybe. I don't want black mana here. I can evoke this even if it doesn't do the effect. This blue-green is fine. Guide of Souls, Raga Monkey, yeah. Edge Mace. That's a land for the next turn. Double T. This allows me to Living End next turn. But under what? I'm gonna be very greedy and put it on the bottom. I'm gonna cast this with red, so I need to draw a land. It's just gross. I could have Thraven Charm in hand, but whatever. The thing is, even if I got under City Sewers, and I will get back Street Wraith and Subtlety. Force of Negation does nothing. I guess thanks opponents. This smells like Raven Charm, but what can I do? And it kills their board, so I'm fine. So ding for this. Living End gets cast, kill their board, Raven Charm comes in. And we know this is what's gonna happen. I have a 2-2 and this stays there. Wrath of God on a 2-2. They're gonna kill Ragavan. Some energy left. And the Boros deck has 1 good card against us, and it's Raven Charm in the main deck. So you have to just live with it. Pass. No reason to do anything. We drew another Chalice, which is not terrific. Ocelot Pride, yeah. I will need to make this Living End Growth. Another Wistfulness will be great. Seed Wraith, not the worst. Cats are coming. Spells are cast. So this is gonna surveil. Maybe I hit something very good and Underground Mortuary, or I only have this as a surveillance. Oh, I'm not gonna attack. They called double block and I kill only the token, so I should have attacked. I could just kill the token and that's it. Living End with Subtlety, Chalice. Not a great Living End, but this Wrathus, so we're in a spot. If this would have been a bigger creature, that would be better, but it could also have been a land that did nothing. Voice of Victory, not relevant anymore. Wishfulness, so can wait. So I'm gonna cast this. Think. Here there are some hits that are very strong. Evoke the Seed, Living End goes, and here comes a Swamp, and Swamp means they can look at their hand. They might have Double Fletch in hand. That's something I would expect. Double Bombardment. So okay, have Bombardment. Now if they attack, their attack is not great. So the commander player, I think 18 boosters. If you divide it, it's not that much. They can put energy. I don't have any more Living Ends in my deck. 3-5. It's not gonna... This doesn't look nice. Yeah, that Guide of Souls. It was good against bombardment, but I'm pretty sure this card should be banned. 8 Overlord. Overlord could get back Deceit. Deceit could get back. Could put back Voice of Victory. Just almost fine. I could Overlord, but I died to the bombardment, right? Not sure it looks like that much of a scam. Like 18 boosters divided and then 4 dual lands. If they hit the 40 players, I think that's a right number. So we pick this. This just gain time, draw cards. They can play Voice of Victory again. Some energy gets made. Ooh, 1 land. So I'm gonna pass here. And I'm having double bombardment there. This is 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna concede and start the next game. Yeah, that Raven Charm got us. Endurance comes in. Culling Ritual comes in. Harvester of Misery comes in. Then we have Street Wraith and 2 Force of Negations. Okay, that's gonna be it. Metal, thanks for the sub. 7 months. I roll. Don't have lands. Okay, this hand is very black. I'm gonna keep this and put back Living End. Here we get Shockland. Black green, I guess. Raga Monkey. Overgrown Tomb. And this saves some Arbiter of Misery makes the Misery out of Ragavan. Now you play something into my Shardless. I don't have a Shardless in hand, but you don't know that. Ragavan, no land. If they know I have a Shardless, then life it's easier. Or just top deck a Shardless. And now it doesn't matter what they know or what they don't know. This is just Magical and Premium working like it's intended to do. So I have a Troll, Harvester, Shardless, some backup cards, Seasoned Pyro. Yeah. I'm at 16. Just attack with everything. Premium things, yeah. Subscribe to this channel and you will have the same amount of lag as me. Gonna attack with everything. No worries blocking. 4 to 5. I'm gonna deceive them if they don't have something very, very mean. Their hand is not just Flage and Arena of Glory. So. Galvanic, no energy. I'm gonna take a Johnny. I think this has Menace and this has Super Menace. So the double Menace team probably getting there. Another Guide of Souls. Okay. 1 energy. This is the lethal. 3 blockers. They will have to block with everything there. But yeah, I'm fine. Okay, if I bring back if I bones this, they have, this is lethal if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken the streamer, I mean mistaken as a word. So blue. Bones attack. Now bring the Fossil Pickers on the draw. It's against Blood Moon. I draw a card you can draw after they Blood Moon you. Missing lands. The rest of the hand is good. This hand. Yeah, this. I'm on the draw. I have 19 lands plus 5 land searchers, which might be okay. Risky, but just taking care of their first 1-drop is always very, very strong. So they put the card on Bombardment. Yep, this is probably an Ajani setup. Living End? No. Living End is not the card I wanted. If this is an Ajani, I probably have to Ocelot Pride. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, not the best card to draw, but now they could have Raven Charm up, Ragavan. Yep. I guess Formidable Speaker, Rolling Ritual. This is not working out. The hand was maybe a mulligan. Everyone knows that, but wanna steal our land? Mr. Rainforest, obviously. The Ragavan stealing our land. They have another bombardment. That's looking bad. Still a land will be fine. Okay, yeah. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm at 2. With the formation on board and the second Goblin Bombardment hitting the board, I'm at 2. Now they hit another land. Yeah, Ragavan stealing the fun. So, yeah. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And still shock myself. Okay, yeah. Ragavan took 2 lands from the top of my library while I did draw non-lands. What a classic Ragavan thing. I still had a chance if I get to draw a land, childless them, Living End, play Endurance. There was a game. There the lands were there, just Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer pilfered them away. It was not Ragavan turn 1. The Ragavan came later, but still they got our lands. So last round against Kless. You have a quite strong hand, so I'm gonna keep this. Double A land. Here I could draw a black land and take them off Draco. Maybe I don't want to take them off Draco. Maybe yes. Could be the Reanimator deck. Toxies themselves. That's not happening. You're not gonna discard an Archon. I could maybe have taken care of it. The problem is that the Archon in the graveyard is already strong enough to win the game. So I don't think that that's something I want to happen. They're playing 2 Dismember in the sideboard at the FNM because Blue-Red Murktide would always start with Ragavan. Can deal with that. Troll or Street Wraith. I guess Street Wraith is better. Street Wraith could get us untapped land. Surveil. I could surveil a big card to the graveyard. Ha! Opponent also has Magic Online Premium. Nice. Under CTC was Wistfulness to the graveyard. I'm gonna cycle Street Wraith. Yeah. There is not a lot of Blue-Red Murktides you can beat. With the deck you beat Blue-Red Murktides often enough, I think. Baseless Looting again. Yeah. Aurora Awakener. They persist that. Yeah, that reveals 5 cards from the top. Archon, Kavu, Looting. Yeah, this is gonna put permanents on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this can put 5 permanents if they have Leyline. So yeah, fine. Oh, they put another one of those. Okay, that loops. Okay, yeah, let's discard Subtlety. They hit Glasspool. Okay, this combos. Now they put everything and they loop again. Aurora, yeah. So Glasspool Mimic copies. They eat my... Okay, that's the new glimpse. So Frog, okay, cards that do nothing. Have you already tried to manufacture Reanimator? Yeah, I played it 2, 3, 4 times in the channel. Yeah, Foxy's me. Fine. I have double agent. Will be sad if all your nice stuff dies to Living End. I still get a black, green. I have everything. I'm gonna get Hedge Mace. Would be so sad if every card in your board dies. I don't know if they're playing Stubborn Denial. Yeah, they did their thing, but that's not gonna, at least this time. Living End gets cast. So I do some life, I discard some cards. So it has to sacrifice something. That's gonna be Godless Agent. And I cannot take this. Put token. Yeah. I have flying blockers. I'm at 10. Don't care about you discarding cards from me. They have another persist. Did it before. Okay. Yeah, maybe I die again. They reveal Glasspool Mimic and another Archon and Draco. Okay, they had another persist. So yeah, I guess I die. I'm gonna not gonna let them do their stuff. Yeah, they had another persist. Or another white to get an Aurora. Endurance, also Vigor. How good is Betrayal here? How good is Betrayal? So I could get an... Seems a bit dot. I'm just gonna deal with the graveyard. And that's it. Some negations. Subtleties is fine. Street Wraith goes... I don't think Betrayal is that good. I can Betrayal the green card does nothing. While Betrayaling the Archon, they're gonna discard Archon and reanimate it, so I don't think that's... I try to just Endurance them and kill them. Game 2. Endurance, Overlord. Yeah, I have an Endurance, I have a Subtlety, I have a second land, so I'm gonna keep this. Ability to persist seems medium. I think it's fine because they still have Dracos and Kavus. You have to deal with the Kavus. Kavus are strong. What state do you think Eldrazi strong is within the current meta? I think it's a very good... It was bad earlier when everyone was playing decks like Jeskai Blink with a lot of Conscience main deck, but I think the deck is back to tier 1 here. Next week we're gonna do the tier list. Endurance, yeah. Green, black. I can get Endurance back, so here comes Endurance. Yoo-hoo! Subtlety, yeah. Endurance. I can get a Forest to kill Draco, for example, which is a Subtlety that Frog. Nice tempo swing. Just to lead the Subtleties there. We are down ticking with Overlord, so that's always nice to see. A draw land I'm not gonna cycle, but Breeding Pool comes from here. Now we have all 3 magic lands. Roll, Endurance, and Subtlety. I get Formidable Speaker. Speaker gets me to Shardless. This takes down. Frog comes back. Yeah, this Frog is gonna matter anymore. Draco goes to the grave. More things that are gonna die. I'm gonna cast Speaker, discard land, get Shardless Agent. Go. Take down, take Thundering Falls, a Surveil. To give it flying, they will have to sell the cards from the graveyard, so I want to draw that card. It's sad because you can never Endurance them, so they cannot give the Rock flying. Shardless goes into the stack. They call counter or what. Living End. I'm not gonna Endurance. They can have a Draco. They can have 2 Dracos, yeah? I don't care about 2 Dracos. I have 2 Ends which just deal with the Dracos. I'm gonna eat their graveyard and Formidable Speaker. Okay, opponent. How you're gonna deal with my army? It's a big army. Double Draco with Leyline? No one cares. And they might have the a green creature in hand and were trying to make me be greedy, but I'm not a greedy player. You don't win games by being greedy. At least you don't win as many games at being conservative. This attacks, they could block here and take 10, 13, 18, 18, 24, 26. Ashiok. Yeah, sure. You have an Ashiok. What do you want to do with an Ashiok? Yeah. Exile my graveyard and they mill themselves. Now I'm gonna use Wistfulness to kill the leyline. And that's it. In green, exile leyline. Your Dracos are not anymore Evangelion 101. Easy peasy. Literally how it was written in the... Do we want mystical disputes against those Ashiok? This hand... Oh, what to do with this hand? 4 lands, stability, we have a shardless. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. It's a very, very average minus. But again, leyline. To the leylines. Yeah. 2 leylines is not as good as only 1 leyline. I would like to draw a spell. I'm gonna put this on top. Very bad card, but I think what I have to green. Need a second blue card and a second black card. Now I'm gonna play all the fetch lands to fade and Ashiok. At least that if they play Ashiok, they only get 1 fetch from my hand. And probably get green something. Green blue, yeah. Green blue makes with Watery Grave the whole combo. Maybe we are playing a fair game here. Just Endurance U, Stability U, it's Ashiok. Yeah, that's the reason I played like I did. Land goes to the grave. They mill themselves and they take this down. No hurry. I'm in no stress here. Drawing a second Endurance is great. Here I just play the island to not give away information that I have Endurance or a 3-drop that I want to cast. Okay, they are still targeting them. That means that now my Endurance is gonna take down Ashiok if they don't have a leyline. Green. This is okay. 2 for 1. Yeah, no stress, no worries. Just the fair game of my first thing that I did is the land. Not great, but I attack Ashiok. A leyline binding this. I don't care much about that. Gonna shock myself. This gives away Subtlety, but I don't care. I don't care about giving away Subtlety in this case. Toxies me, whatever you want with your discard spell. Endurance. Now the question is, does my opponent have another Subtlety? They hit this. If they have another Persist, then I might be dead. But this is the live I'm living. No more cards. They could have Fatal Looting. They maybe have a Leyline Binding in hand. Overlord. Ashiok gets attacked, and I'm casting the Overlord for hardcast mana, right? When Magic Online lets me. So, hardcast Overlord over the Valemurk. Valemurk hits in. Endurance will be great, but Deceit or Subtlety. Deceit bounces Leyline Binding. I could have Faithless Looting here. Maybe that was better. Should have probably Faithless Looting. Fair game? No one is gonna say anything against playing a fair game of Magic. Deceit, Subtlety. So I guess I deceit them. So they're missing 1 card to... I'm gonna... Yeah, pay blue, green, black, and now I can bounce the leyline and take the card, and then they probably have a big creature in the graveyard, so those are 2 triggers. So first I want to put the bounce into the stack and then the discard. So bounce, discard. I think they have an Aurora Awakener. Okay, yeah. So now I bounce the leyline and I eat their graveyard so that they have no graveyard with Endurance. And yeah, they can leyline binding me, but I don't care about. And they don't have a land. Just a fair plan. Never needing Shardless again. This deck is very good at doing that. And we got the 3-2. Yeah, we lost against Boros in close match. And we lost against... What was the other loss against? Prowess. Yeah, Prowess is always uneasy. But yeah, the deck is strong, and the making the mana different has also worked out. Never got to use Disciple of Realize. That one was fine. Force of Vigor is still a card that is so-so. Throw of Katsadum was also great. Formidable Speaker. All cards I like this.